goal is to have all 4 of them together again. You know what I mean? So we'll check out today the 2, obviously, see where they're at. Because a lot of times, like we see this sometimes as well, where we're dealing with fighting dogs in the house, and again, like we kind of talked about with the 2, right? Like, there could be an interesting dynamic between the 2 of them that is causing the fights, obviously, or it could be like just kind of a product of the environment that they're in and the product of like all of them together, you know what I mean? So when they got in a fight with each other, we're all 4 dogs out petting them, we could possibly be reinforcing that state of mind of like, there's something wrong over there, right? There's something I should be concerned about, you know what I mean? Same deal with the doorway. I think you said, every time you try to let him out the door, he goes right for him, or you don't know if it's to the family or to the dog or whatever it may be. But the problem is, again, that restraint, the physical doorway holding him back from getting to something, is just creating frustration. So a lot of times after we have dogs that get into fights with each other, the more that we separate them, the more intense the behaviors will get over time, right? So, which I'm sure you guys have seen already, right? So what I want to see again is once we remove some of these outside factors, do they calm down a little bit? Can we see a little bit more of what's actually going on here, right? And already, like removing some of the interaction, they're getting a little more comfortable here and stuff like that. They're relaxing a little bit, which is good. We're getting somewhere, right? Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to have you guys hang out on that far side of the room. What I'm going to have you guys do in a second here is you're going to come in, you're going to hang out on this side of the room, and we're just going to see what we get of you guys just hanging out in the same space. I want to see, if they're giving each other weird looks, anything like that. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll see if we can kind of get them interacting a little bit. Yep, 26 days. Okay, good to know. So, like I said, a little bit of time, like that obviously doesn't help things, but, it shouldn't be an issue over here.
Oh, no.
And don't worry so much if they start doing any of this nonsense or anything, just hang out for a minute, right? Now, same deal, right? Noticing right here, tons and tons of restraint, right? That restraint of holding back from getting to something that he wants to get to. And don't even worry, don't even ask him to do anything right now. Yeah, don't even worry about anything right now. If he does, just kind of physically stop it with the leash a little bit, but don't worry about like saying anything or anything in those situations. First thing I want to check here is I just want to make sure the muzzles are snug enough. No. No. So all I want right now is the attention off of this dog. I have no expectation of, he needs to be doing this or doing that or whatever it may be. I just don't want him hyper fixating over there. There we go. And again, the idea is just reducing arousal here, right? He's super, super aroused, super, super worked up. So because of that, that's not going to help us when we go to actually introduce them, right? We want to keep them in as calm of a place as possible here first before we go to do that. I'm going to have you give me the leash. Good. Take this leash real quick. So now what we're going to do, hey, take this and give a spray right to the side. And then I'll take that back from you. Now I'm going to have you walk a little closer again. Just stay loose on the leash as much as you can. No. Looking for that attention from you still. Okay, then go ahead and walk this way with me. Same deal, stay loose on that leash. Perfect. There we go. And this is total just like, you know, reality shock to them right now. They're not used to like this many rules and accountability and stuff like that for things. So.
Used to that being petted.
Yeah. Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That's a big one, right?
He's ready to cry because I can't pet him.
I know. I understand. It's hard at first, but you know, like it's, you know, you start to realize like it's not about not petting them, right? It's just about being very aware of how we're interacting with them. You know what I mean? And understanding that, like, again, like this isn't a child. As much as we love them and they're our babies and this and that, like it's not a human, and you can't communicate with it like you would a human, right? Yeah, first things first, just like, you know, it's one of those, they obviously have issues right now with each other, so we need to focus on them right now, right? I wouldn't even worry so much about having, you know, the other dogs integrated into the mix and stuff. We got to get them better with each other now, right? You know, good things, just looking, watching. He's obviously laying down right now, which we didn't ask him to do it. He's choosing to do that on his own, which is usually a good sign, right? Dogs know how to sit down for, you know, their own reasons. Usually it's for resting or, you know, whatever it may be. So if he were thinking about going after him right now, there's a good chance he wouldn't be laying down. You know what I mean? So he's starting to get through that cycle. And a lot of times with stuff like this, again, they haven't been together for almost a month now, right? So it's just a matter of they got to get back together. They got to realize they tried it all. They tried all that nonsense, right? They tried, oh, like I'm going to try and make him go away. I'm trying to go after him. I'm going to try and go after him. And then they realized, one, oh, absolutely, right? Yeah. And we'll talk about that in a minute here because like there's other things we're going to need to do here, right? But initially, it's just about getting them back together and showing them like that stuff it's not working. Right? It's not accomplishing what you want, which is making the other one go away.